Hello, everyone. Welcome to LOCKBEARD Phenomenon number 149, Thylacine Hoax. It is Friday, May 24th, 2024, about 5:30 Central Time. Welcome. Man, there's a lot of noise out here. Icon was first in the chat, looks like. Still want one for a pet if they get the genetics thing figured out. Oh, I think they will. Sooner or later, they will. Yeah, I'm hoping there's a few still alive, and we just figure out where they are and help restore their numbers. Like on says Salito, Achaeos, and hello chat. And if y'all ain't good enough to stop by, so's your old man. What you talking about? Angel's here. JoJo is here. Ocean Pond and Mr. Lee. Welcome, everybody. So, where to start with this? Yeah, how about here? Well, no, wait. Let's not start with that yet. Let's look at something on Facebook, because it's just, the Facebook's always loaded with all kinds of crazy stuff. Let's check out. Where was that? So there's a Bigfoot group. Let me get it up here. There we go. Make sure y'all can see it. There we go. JoJo thinks this Thylacine is still out there. So there's a group. This is a group on Facebook, West Virginia Bigfoot. Somehow I'm in that group, I guess. And so in Randy Harrington, y'all know that name, I do believe. Puts this up there. 10-foot Bigfoot used island to ambush prey. Jeff Harding's experience was there. So there's one thing I would say about this is the Bigfoot was never observed ambushing prey on the island. It could just be a place where the Bigfoot felt safe and where it stayed, if there was a Bigfoot on the island at all. Some people question Jeff Harding's story. So, assuming it's ambushing prey there, again, you gotta be careful about what kind of statements you make. That island, if that's where his home base is, that whole island may stink of Bigfoot, and all the prey may not go anywhere near the island. But if someone really did have a Bigfoot experience there, and the Bigfoot was irritated enough to violently attack them, then that makes me feel like you got right up in his business, because what they typically do, according to most accounts, they run away or they hide and they get out of Dodge. But for some reason, they attacked this boy, according to Jeff Harding's story. Which that part makes me question the story, because, again, Bigfoot, what they do, they typically hide or run. if a Bigfoot has decided to become violent with you, I'm going to guess he's no longer worried about hiding his existence because he plans on terminating your ass. He's going to off you. He's going to put an end to your time on Earth. So, but he didn't. And then, if it is a 10-foot beast like this boy was physically attacked by this 10-foot beast and survived. I'm supposed to believe that as well. You know, so there's some questions here. And then look at here. Pat comes in and says, Pat Turner, he says, I'm pretty sure Jeff never said it was 10 feet tall. And I don't recall if he said it was 10 foot tall or not myself. So, and I don't feel like going back and checking. Randy comes back at him. Pat, I guarantee he did. He said it more than once in the video, even confirmed by his friend in the boat. Now, I'm trying to remember the story. Wasn't it the case that his friends didn't actually witness this attack? That he was attacked and then when he was alone? I can't remember. I thought he was alone when he was attacked. But anyway, so Randy says, how about you do everyone a favor? He's talking to Pat here. How about you do everyone a favor? If you don't watch the video, don't ask a question. The video answered 3 times, buddy. It's getting a little pissy. Right now. He's not happy. Pat says to Randy, I know Jeff, and I don't remember him saying 10 foot. Randy says, Pat, either watch the video and make a pertinent question or comment. If not, do us both a favor and move along because, as I said, it stated 3 times that it was 10 foot tall. And then, of course, I comment. I said, the real issue is plausibility of the story. I mean, this is spectacular. A human boy physically attacked by a 10-foot beast and survives. No. If a Bigfoot decides to attack instead of hiding or running away, I'm certain he has decided to terminate you. So, yeah. The story, to me, you know, of course, you want to tell, you know, if he made it up, I can't say, 100% sure he made it up, but if he made it up, it sounds, I kind of think that maybe he wanted to, this is a badass story, right? He survived an attack from a Bigfoot, and he was physically in contact with it, or with something that threw. And so that made it an awesome story, right? It's better than a lot of people's story. It's better than Joe's story, where he just saw one. He wasn't, attacked by it. It's better than Jay's story. He just saw one, but he wasn't attacked by it. You come up with a better story than a lot of people, then you're going to get a lot of the attention. And so perhaps that's what's going on here. Chris Reinhardt says, Pat Turner, clearly you have a comprehension issue. Dude said it in the video, you noob. Oh, man. Facebook. You gotta love Facebook. Anyway, I didn't watch this video that he's talking about, but I don't recall him saying 10 foot. And I don't want to go back and look right now. I got other shit to do. But at any rate, I don't know that I'm too horribly worried about the height of it. My concern is so you're a boy, you're attacked by a 10-foot Bigfoot, and you're alive. I would think that a creature that big would accidentally kill your ass. It may not have been trying. It just would have been an accident. It's kind of like playing fetch with an elephant. You're probably going to die. That being one thing, and then the other thing is that Bigfoot don't typically behave like that. I feel like that if they're real, they would probably, if they physically attack you, it's because they've already decided to terminate your ass. So why is he still alive? Yeah, I don't know that. I'm just, just like, just don't. This kind of doesn't jive. Mr. Lee says, if the photos are real, then it's fantastic news. I'm pleased that Tasmanian tiger has kept hidden for so long. Yeah, I think it's bullshit though. I think it's fake. And a lot of people, other people, it's been pretty much slapped around pretty well at this point. Jojo agrees. Mr. Lee says, how do they know it's ambushing prey? Did they see Sasquatch ambush prey there? No, they did not. Unless you want to count Jeff. But then again, if he was prey, why is he still alive instead of another addition to the bone pile? Jojo says, if he lives on that island, wouldn't he just be hunting for his food? I would think he would have to venture out from the island to go hunt. But but I don't know how big that island is, so that's a consideration too. Which Lee says, what video are they referring to? Because Jeff has told his story many times. I don't know exactly which one. I assume there's a link there. I didn't click on it because I don't want to dive that far into it. I just wanted to. I just saw the comments. The commentary was my concern. People getting mad because of the minor detail, and I think it's the wrong detail to focus on. Jen says he's friends were on the beach when it happened. His friends were on the beach when it happened. They were in the boat when the Bigfoot walked out on the beach. I don't recall any 10-foot being mentioned, says Jen. Welcome to the chat, Jen. Yeah, I don't think anybody remembers that. So, again, that if he's added that detail to the story, well, everybody knows that's the deal with lies, right? Because someone lies, their story starts changing over time because they don't remember all the details. You remember a true event more often, anyway, oftentimes more than your lies. Grasshopper series is He's got one of those little horns like they had in the cartoons. Jen says, I was standing on higher ground. It was standing on higher ground above him. He got hurt. It didn't try to kill him. Well, that's his story. That's what I'm saying. That's his story. That's his claim. There may not have been a Bigfoot at all. This could all be bullshit. So, you know what I mean? This all hinges on his story, and I feel like there might be a couple of holes in the story there. Chris Reinhardt called Pat a noob. Does anybody know who Chris Reinhardt is? Because I don't. Gary says, okay, cool about Jeff. Oh, cool about Jeff. Oh, cool. Kiz, welcome. Welcome to the chat, Kiz. Got started a little early. It's hot out here, but I think we'll make it. There's some clouds rolling in. It might start raining, so we'll probably keep cool. Afternoon, yes. Gary Triple A's. Good evening, Lucky Chatters. Mr. Lee says those ear horns were state of the art in England back in the day. Grasshopper says all the stories could be bullshit, even mine. Yeah, that's why the only thing, because it's hard to suss out is it true or not. And then unless we sat everybody down and gave everybody a lie detector test, and even then we don't know for 100% sure, because some people can pass a lie detector test. You know, but even if we did that, you know, we'd still, you know, man, I don't know. So let's go to the Tasmanian tiger stuff. Let me see if I got you guys. Boom. So this is Forrest Galante, and he convinced. I mean, this is a 56-minute video where he's talking about that, and it seems like he's not really made a decision really on whether or not this is real. But this guy who claims to be responsible for these pictures is like all hiding his identity and shit that he's talking to here. So, you know, I mean, we'll listen to a clip, I guess.
It's like stuff. Mm-hmm. And so let's try that. I'm like, oh my gosh, please don't bite me, dog, or dingo. You are big Tasmanian devil. I don't know. So I snap a few pictures because I'm like, I don't.
Oh, come on, damn it.
Oh my gosh, that's not a dog. That's a dingo or some garbage.
So you didn't know. You weren't like, that's a thylacine. You're just like, that's a weird dog or a dingo or something.
Yeah, well, that's why I sent it to my friend Henry, because he knows about
Gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha.
Ice Age Pleistocene stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was gonna try that. I'm like, oh my gosh, please don't bite me, dog, or dingo. You are big Tasmanian devil. I don't know. And so I snap a few pictures because I'm like, I don't know what this is. I'm gonna send them to Henry because he knows.
Yeah.
Mammals and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm the turtle guy. And then he gets and gallops back into there's a line of, I think they're just eucalyptus trees near the fence, right?
Yep.
And so he goes along the fence and into these trees, and that's where I lost him.
And that's it. So how long was the entire encounter, would you say? Like, how long were you with the animal?
Man, probably only 30 seconds max.
You got some good photos for 30 seconds.
That's including him running away.
Yeah, understood.
Yeah, I had my button.
Yeah.
I was pictures to try and get a good one.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's not a good clip out of there. I thought I had it set on a better portion, but anyway, there seems to be some problems with the guy's story. You know, like his flight and stuff like that, and something weird about his dad.
He's like pretty indifferent. He's just like, I just don't want to be plastered all over the internet.
Yeah. Which makes sense too, because his dad seems to be the same way.
Right. Oh my God.
Could just be like a pure skeptic of the internet. Like, he's an awkward dude. His dad obviously doesn't want to be on camera. He doesn't like the internet. He just seems like kind of shy and, like you said, like kind of closed character.
Yeah.
But the way that he can just say these things and make this full story,
even like do the sound and everything, right?
Yeah,
like he wasn't like, oh, I don't know, I'm not gonna do it. You know, that's like, if you're really, I don't know, it's hard.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. I think his personality leans, like him not wanting to show his face and him being that kind of a shyer guy. You know, it adds up a little.
Oh, hell up, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second. They're kind of making excuses for him not wanting to show his face and stuff, and you know, a lot of people pointed out like the flight he described didn't make sense. Like, the guy's supposedly he's in the United States, but somehow he was down there and had this encounter. Bubble stories could be bullshit. Mine's not. Gary says mine is not grasshopper. What? Come on, stream. StreamYard is being a problem here. JoJo says I'll watch this. I follow Forrest. Ashley says Chris Reinhardt was on into the 400, that movie, on Amazon with Randy Harrington. He also has his own channel. Can't remember name. Randy called him a scaredy cat anyways. Icon says, woo, I'm late. Michelle says, JoJo, I've seen some of it. What? And Mr. Pup is glaring out the window at the rain. Michelle says he doesn't sound like he's lying. I think he's full of shit, but it could be wrong. Then there's some issues here. We'll get into it. Hold on. It's what's new in the zoo, says Icon. Oh, not much. Welcome. How's your hip holding up, Jen? He says. Oops. All right. Anyway, well, we can't. I don't know how much we can get away with watching his video. You can go check it out if you want afterwards, but if you're interested. But what should I go to? The YouTube? Nah, let's look at this. Wait a minute. Man, why is everything taking so long? Let's look at this Reddit post. Yeah, let's look at this Reddit post. Somebody posted this. Make sure y'all can see it. Well, it's so small. This releases Icon. The orangutan is advancing into the Stone Age, apparently. They say stuff like that every so often. I mean, it's a slow process, right? It's real slow. It's like evolution. People are expecting to see right before you just morph into something. That's not how it works. Talk about extremely long time scales. My dog claims he's a domesticated animal now and doesn't do rain. Well, that's when you stick him out in the yard and give him a doghouse and say, figure it out. Far into the Stone Age, Mr. Lee. I mean, if you want, you could say a freaking sea otter is in the Stone Age, though, because they, might get a clam and get a stone, and they'll beat that stone on that clam and break it open. You could say that, oh, they're in the Stone Age, they're using a stone tool. It's now. Fabricating stone tools is a whole different deal. If you could look at a stone and envision what it could be, and you figure out how a stone, how stones flake off, and how to make them flake off in a certain way, and understand how that's a whole nother level. Picking up a rock and beating something with it. You can call it Stone Age if we want, I guess, but it's a stretch. It's a stretch, Mr. Lee. It's a stretch. Nikki's here. Sasquatch Secrets. Welcome. Mr. Lee says, my pug loves rain, drinking it, and bathing in it. Brian Chew's here. Welcome. Icon says, I tried to put my dog out in the rain. He'd wrap himself for... Wait a minute. Why did the chat jump on me? Stop it. He'd wrap himself around my head like Scooby-Doo. Everybody getting their highs and hellos are in. Donald, welcome. Under Volta BS. Timmy Boy's here. Is what's going on, people. Let me see if I can zoom this stupid thing in. Yeah. It's probably as good as it's going to get, I think. I mean, I could do better, but anyway. Squint, I guess. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm going to read it. So, so whoever MD Priest is on Reddit posted this. He says the Forest Galante images are fake. They were made by a Twitter user by the name of Achaeos. The user claims to not have any involvement with the original Forest Galante photos. However, if you dig deeper, it becomes apparent that Achaeos posted on their Twitter account revealing a very intricately detailed Thylacine puppet, very closely resembling the animal in the Forest Galante. What's even more suspicious about this is that the user released this on the same exact day the news of the Galante photos emerged. To add further proof of Achaeos being the number one suspect for the hoax, if you take a deeper dive into Achaeos' page, you can see other posts of their found footage extinct animal models that very closely resemble the low quality nighttime iPhone photo aesthetic that the Galante photos have. The Twitter user has a pattern. They are known for making photos of extinct animals, cryptids in a dark setting with a low quality iPhone camera. Other Twitter users compared the two thylacines from both parties, the Galante animal and the puppet made by Achaeos. Suchus? I wonder if it's Suchus. And the two parties have the exact same characteristics, such as the exact amount of stripes, the same shade of coloring, and an undeniable resemblance with the jaw. Suchus claims to not know how or why the images are identical to the posable thylacine model they made. However, it becomes quite obvious that this is all just a case of someone being super proud of their art project, then realizes, oh, I can convince people this is real, then following through with it. The model is the exact same as the one in the Galante photos, and it becomes painfully obvious when you do just a little bit of research. It sucks too because Achaeos is trying to play dumb. Just fess up already before the situation gets worse and people start believing lies. This will only make things worse for thylacine populations if they are actually still extant. Meaning extant just means they're still out there. Regardless, we have come to an age where not only is eyewitness testimony untrustworthy anymore, now photo evidence is untrustworthy. Now all we have left to really prove the thylacine's existence is either video evidence or a body. So yeah, see here, Achaeos says he's in this comment. I'm 80% sure they ripped off my doll images somehow. Some comments down here. A Healy Coprion says it's possible the artist of the model isn't actually involved. I do believe the most likely theory is that the photos are more than likely edited pictures of the model, but the artist actually seems pretty upset that their model was likely used for a hoax. From my understanding, the times they've posted sighting style content, it's been framed in a more creative storytelling way than any attempts to deceive anyone. and they posted several progress pictures of the doll's creation. Some of those photos are even the ones that cracked this open. It's possible someone stumbled across their account and decided that the pictures would be a great hoax material. MD Priest says it's definitely a possibility too. At the very least, we know it's fake and that it is indeed an identical match to the puppet, meaning regardless of who is at fault, we can say for certain that it's definitely a fake. Edit. However, the fact that the final images of the puppet's showcase were released on the same exact day of the Forrest Galante photos, which still raises suspicion. Yes, that to me pretty much seals the deal that Forrest Galante, or I'm sorry, well, maybe not necessarily Forrest Galante, but the guy who claimed to take the pictures and Achaeos are in cahoots, or maybe even the same person, you know. And there's no way they take those pictures and change them and then make their own hoax pictures on the same day. Something's up. Not to mention, so he goes on, not to mention the creator's sly remarks about Forrest and the photos. Did I do it better than Forrest? The timing of this upload, what the fuck? Catch up in the chat here. Everybody getting their highs and hellos in. Lee Man. This release says, oh no, they're fake. That's a disappointment. Volta BS. Donald says, lots of picture shenanigans going on lately. Yeah, and it's just going to get worse because of the damn AI stuff. And any old yahoo can make pictures now. Icon says, so at what point in history were either of those options trustworthy? Like, that's like saying the media just got unreliable 4 years ago. Yeah, pictures, they have, I mean, faking pictures, it's just getting a lot easier to fake pictures. So, yeah. Voltabia says, Miss Lee has a faith in the Bigfoot King's pictures of a toy Bigfoot face with foliage surrounding it. Has to be an app people are using. I'm seeing different sources for the nonsense. Yeah. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. StreamYard's being a pain. Arsasuchus means ancient Greek. It is the two crazy ass dudes hoaxing, not Forrest. Yeah, I think it's possible, but Forrest definitely seems to really want to believe this is true. I felt like he was kind of making a little bit of excuses for the guy, not showing his face and stuff. So, yeah. Come on, StreamYard. Jojo says Forrest didn't claim they were real. He said he wanted to look into them more. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't. He isn't 100% on board, but he's just. I think he's trying too hard to, give some leeway to these pictures, and I think they're probably just, they don't deserve that much leeway. Daniel Weeks says, made it. Southern Sierra checking in. Welcome, Daniel. Miss Lee says, the last footage taken of the Thylacine in the zoo in 1933 has been digitally remastered in color. That's impressive, and so is the beast. Mr. Lee says, dang it, StreamYard is being a pain. Show Mr. Lee's comment, damn it. All right. Donald, I noticed the Bigfoot King ain't been on much after the remarkable release of his Sasquatch images. Daniel says, Mr. Lee, didn't know you were so famous till I caught you a week or two ago. Donald says, LOL, remarkable. Mr. Lee, I say horseshit. Came on early. Yeah, came on a little bit early. It didn't seem like it was going to be too horribly hot. Have some cloud cover. You know, so the UK people can, you know, get in. Mr. Lee says, Nikki, have you seen the Bigfoot King's images of Sasquatch? Sermaine. No, she says. Gary says, Mr. Lee, are you talking about the Bigfoot King that was on Moog's show? All right, so there's been a number of people talking about these pictures, like this the game beaver person here. Hold on a second. Big. No, that's too big. Too big. Let's see here. Hopefully I got this stopped at a good spot. Oh, you killing me, Smalls. Yeah, so did you catch that? You know, they can't be the original picture because, you know, the day after they contacted him about the pictures. So that picture was created after that. Oh. Trying to stop. Finally got to stop. That stupid notice that the sound went out again. So did the sound go out on you in the middle of that video? Get in the chat here. The heat is probably what's getting to the computer, I think. meeting of the crazy people out here. Hold on, I'm going to have to. Hold on a second, I got to deal with this. Guy's fucking nuts. Trying to play nice, but I have talked to the cops about this guy, and the people that run this place know that I've had it up to here with him bothering me. He needs to just stay away from me. Anyway, where was I? I told him before I don't smoke, and he's over here asking me for a lighter. And I'm just not playing with this guy. He needs to not get let. A couple days ago, I was sitting in the library, and he sat he came in, and of all the places he could sit, he sat right behind me. I assume he was trying to look over my shoulder and shit, because it's on my laptop. Anyway, apparently this guy has been violent, and he's mentally ill, But so something's going to have to be done at some point, I think, because he keeps approaching me, and I'd hate to have to break his fucking ass, because it's not really his fault. He's gone. He's not right. Anyway, so what was I talking about? The sound. Did the sound go out on this video? I'm gonna try to catch up in the chat here. That's not a thylacine. The head was not diamond shaped. What? Rep says there's a short video of this here on YouTube last week. I haven't seen it since. I wonder if it got taken off YouTube. Next image, please. Bigfoot King is full of it from different angles. Comes up with a theory. I think Patty's breasts are actually orb launchers. What did I win anyhow? What? A cookie? What are you talking about? No sound? Yeah. So you should be able to hear me, but the video, I'm going to have to unshare and then reshare, I guess, and try to come back with it. Anyway, those guys just tear it apart, and other people have torn it apart. Like with the pictures are, copies, and Forrest Galante kind of let that slide. But I guess you could say that he let it slide, because he didn't want the guy to jump off the Zoom meeting they were doing. But yeah, there's some LSD on it. And welcome to the chat, South Carolina. I'll have to make supper, listen in, be back later. See you later, Icon. Especially oh yeah, that's funny as hell. Launchers for orb launchers for real. Enjoy icon. Welcome, Patty. Welcome, Patty. Sounds plausible. Yeah, I figure that stupid notification came up. So did you all hear anything from that video at all? Donald says, Mr. Lee, the guy's a goof. There's nothing real about them images. Think about it. If they were real, he'd be right in front of the image. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. All right. No real sound to speak of. Sound was off the whole time. Pulling your leg a bit. One of them street racers. Mogs, who's that? Let's see, nothing in the last video. Forrest Galante has been on Naked and Afraid. He did manage the 21 days. Naked and Afraid, such a stupid show. That alone, you know, he's dude's in entertainment, you know. So he has some degree, he's probably biased in some degree about these photos of the Thylacine. You know, he needs to continue to portray the idea that there is a strong possibility that Thylacine are still out there. Otherwise, you know, people are going to like, oh, this guy's just, he's just full of shit. He's about as bad as them Bigfooters. Who's that, Mr. Lee? Forrest Galante? He is, let me bring up the, he's this guy we were watching a minute ago. Oh, I got to bring back up the video. Hold on a second. I got to represent it. Hopefully the sound comes back. I don't know what's causing this sound issue though. This is weird. Hopefully this is not something that continues.
To go, and thank you for showing your face here and agreeing to meet with me.
Yeah.
All right, man. We'll be in touch. Thank you.
Yep. Bye.
Holy. Well, there you go, guys. That is the full call. Those are the photographs that I've shared here. I don't know what to think. I'm still very skeptical. You know, I think the whole like calling it Darwin International Airport kind of feels like he just Googled an airport and he didn't really know what his flight path was. I'm going to look up. Kyle, did you look and see what the flights were? I saw you on your phone when we were talking about it. Can you see if on April 12th there's a direct flight from anywhere in New York City to Hobart, Tasmania? Because he said it was direct. He said Chicago, New York, Hobart. Right. Well, he said Darwin, and that was why I pressed on that. But anyway, to the cameras here. But holy shit, you guys, that is insane. I don't know what to think. I'm still skeptical. There are red flags. He doesn't want to show his face. He's a kid from Minneapolis, not from Tasmania. He's there with his dad, but he doesn't talk to his dad much, and his dad doesn't want to do a Zoom because his dad's skeptical of people on the internet. The kid Henry, who's a step removed, who I know is an actual person. It's not like a burner email because I have a phone call with him. He's the one who reached out. I mean, the whole thing is weird and cryptic and bizarre and, of course, very, very strange and skeptical because that's how these things always are. These photos always look like they were taken with a potato. The story does kind of add up. My camera team thinks it's legit. I don't know much about photographs, but it sure looks real. It's an insane thing. It's an insane thing that's happening. I'd love to get your guys' input. Please leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think this is real, if you think this is legit, or if you think Zach is trying to...
Be quiet. Okay, so I need to find the part that where there's something, but the shadow. So here, like the shadow here, like he asked him about this shadow behind there because it looks like it's like right there. Like, what's that background? You know, something ain't right here. Anyway, when he asked him, the guy said, "Oh, that's my dad's shoulder or my shoulder." Like he's not even sure which shoulder. It's clearly the shadow off this fucking puppet right here. You know, it matches those ears perfectly. You know, this is some bullshit right here. That's what this is.
Yeah, that was him yelling.
Gotcha. I wonder why that.
So let me see if we hear him.
That's another blurry one.
There one.
And then, oh, I haven't even seen this one yet. This Liam must have got this one later. So what's this photograph?
This was also just after he had meowed at us.
Okay.
Flashlight's shining at him. As you can see, the eye not as good.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the same as that other really good one you said.
Yeah.
iPhone is kind of finicky with lighting, so I guess this one is just better quality, I guess.
Okay, interesting. And then there's one more that didn't end up in the folder for some reason, which is this. Does that mean anything to you, that photo?
Yeah, that was him yelling.
Gotcha. I wonder why that didn't end up in our folder. I'll have to check. But I mean, that one, man, so I'm going to zoom in on it. And the nose looks a little funky, but what is he up against there, right? The shadow's being cast against something, right?
I think that might just be like my dad, the shadow on him.
All right, I'm back. Confirm I'm back. Y'all can see me. I don't know what happened. Don't know what happened. Mr. Lee, Donald asked, "Who's that, Mr. Lee?" He said, "Donald, the fellow that interviewed the other fellow in the video." Yeah, you just saw him. Hopefully, you just saw him. Just filling my face, not paying attention. Forrest has proven that some animals thought to be extinct are still alive, says JoJo. Mr. Lee says Joe Rogan seems like him. Donald says, "Can he prove Bigfoot?" I doubt it. I doubt it. This guy's an entertainment. He's not an actual anything. I don't, really to me, he's an entertainment. He's an entertainer. And so with Bigfoot, it's just like well, it's like any of the shows, but like what's his nuts, the survivalist guy. I'm not recovering that file right now, the guy's name, who suddenly became interested in Bigfoot and did this show on Bigfoot, but never found shit, right? Because I don't think they'll ever allow them to find shit. Part of the thing is the moment you find Bigfoot, suddenly all the Finding Bigfoot shows are over, right? That whole cash cow is over. You no longer can make shows about the mystery. Does it exist? Does it not exist? Well, let's find out. And then they never find out anything. And that's by design, because that's what's the money, where the money's at. That's where the money's at. That looks like a model, says Jan. Yeah, it looks like the model of the, because you see, like in the thumbnail, the one, the full body picture was a picture of Achaeos, his puppet, his model is a posable. It's posable, where you can put it in different, positions. Well, that'd be perfect to make a bunch of fake pictures with, if that's how this was done. Got eaten by that thing. Yeah. And just internet fluctuation, I think. Yes, I'm back. You trying to hypnotize us with that green square, Lucky? No. Is it hypnotic somehow? Jen says, I had hopes that when Les Stroud decided to give it a shot. Yeah. But see, he was always in the entertainment business too, So, and that's it. At the end of the day, like, even if he really wanted to find the answer, they weren't going to let him do it. Even if he found something, they weren't going to let him do it. It's up to somebody out here to actually try and present proof that Sasquatch exists, assuming it does. I don't see how he has that on his face and it's not a joke. Who? Fist Like Bullets is here. Welcome. Michelle says the Highland dog from Papua New Guinea looks similar to Thylacine. They only discovered that species a few years back. The singing dog, it's called. I remember some talk about that. Didn't we talk about them? Let me see here. It's just a domestic dog, really. A wild one, closely related to the Australian dingo. It's basic. It's a type of dingo, which is just a type of dog. They're all stray dogs. All dingoes are a stray dog. I don't care what you say. It's a stray dog. But yeah, some people might have a problem with calling dingo stray dog. I don't have a problem with that. It's a stray dog. So no, that's not Thylacine, Mr. Lee. That's not Thylacine. Pretty active in the hood. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I couldn't see what you guys could see. That dude rides around. I don't know if you can make that out. That dude rides around with this bicycle with this big ass sign on the front that says "Repent or Perish," and it says some other stuff, "Kingdom of Heaven," blah blah blah. He does this all the time. Little nuts. And he's just hanging out over here at the library. Anyway. This says, yeah, we talked about the dingo and the Carolina dogs in the U.S. similar. Fist says the natives way back would have those Carolina dogs traveling with tribes. Oh, man. Let's see. What else did I have on this guy? So y'all couldn't hear. That sucks. All right, let me see if I can get back to... Try to share this video again, and hopefully it doesn't break StreamYard again. I don't know. I don't know what the hell the deal is, but let me make sure you guys can see it. There's one of the pictures that these people are, and of course they were talking about the eye shine and how, how it would have been kind of hard to fake that eye shine. Oh man. So let's see. As soon as I start this video, tell me if you can hear the audio, just to make sure. I don't know what the hell's going on, but at this stupid thing.
Straight away. I don't know exactly how much this looks like a Tasmanian tiger.
Oh yeah,
that is the last footage ever taken of the Tasmanian tiger. Oh no, that's a dinosaur.
That's the last footage.
That's the last footage.
Yeah, you're right. This one actually looks more like a coyote.
Yeah.
The mouth there, it's almost like it's unhinged.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
you're right. It does have a bit of that snake, like the jaws came off the bottom. Like the nose is just like cut off for some reason.
So if I look at the metadata on this photo, it says April 22nd, which is the day after you guys contacted me, or Henry did. So I'm wondering, did you guys, do you have an explanation for that?
So I think I sent it to him.
Yeah.
And he copied it.
Gotcha. Something got lost in the data transfer. All right, so...
Yeah, it'd be creation date that. Maybe modification date might have changed. So I tested this with an image I already had, made a copy of it, and would you believe the created date didn't change, but the modified date did change. So I think it's pretty safe to say that what he's saying is rubbish, and this was pretty much created the same day.
So sadly, this is the most Bigfooty of all the photos, but it's the first one that came up in order, which makes sense because I think it was your last photo. So I'm going to pull up the next one now.
Oh, look, this one could be a copy. This one's got in brackets 1, and this is even later. This is 6661. This is so much after the other one. How close did he get to the bloody thing? And this is 6689.
He's running after it into the phone.
Yeah, the next picture's him wrestling it to the ground,
If you can get this close, you can literally grab it. You know what I mean? You can throw your shirt over it or something.
Or you could take a picture in focus.
I appreciate that you guys sent every photo.
But they didn't. There are clearly photos in this sequence that are missing. In total, there are 62 photos missing. That's a lot of images in between taking pictures of the Tasmanian tiger if it all happened that same night. If we believe that this even happened.
Where's the stripes? Where's the stripes?
Yeah, there's no stripes there at all.
What I find funny is that the film grain on this image especially is bigger in the bottom left than it is in the top right. It's like it put in.
Yeah, so this is the Gaming Beaver channel. So as you can see from that portion of the video, they tore this apart. They tore it apart. So over, so we got this SharonaHill.com, which is SharonAHill.com, but Sharona. suspicious right up over here. Suspicious photos of alleged thylacine revealed by wildlife biologists. New photos claim to show a thylacine in Tasmania distributed by a popular television personality who popularizes mysterious animal sightings, and the photos and the backstory appear bogus. In today's tech landscape where digital images can be easily manipulated or manufactured, cryptid images without additional evidence should by default not be considered useful. On May 14th, Forrest Galante posted a YouTube video showing a Zoom discussion with a guy from Minneapolis who claims he and his dad came upon what they thought was a dog on the side of the road at night in Tasmania. They stopped to help and took photos when they realized it wasn't a dog. The photos he provided appear to show a thylacine which has been extinct for decades. Galante interviewed the witness, Zach, and revealed the photos said to have been taken in mid-April at an undisclosed location near Upper Stowport. The video interview is long and somewhat annoying to watch because the witness isn't very helpful and always keeps his face hidden. Galante doesn't know what to think because he sees some problems in the story and the photos. While mentioning the inconsistencies, he still desperately wants to believe and also benefits from the hype this could generate. Many people want to believe the thylacine is still existing out there. Thylacines were marsupials native to Australia, Tasmania, and New Guinea that filled the role of top predator. The last known thylacine died in 1936, and none were captured in the wild after 1933. Data strongly suggests that their population was in decline, and efforts to eliminate thylacines from farmed areas worked too well. After decades of no verified accounts of its existence, it was declared officially extinct by the Tasmanian government in the 80s. Some people still insist it is still out there and see their possibility everywhere. However, the evidence is very poor, just stories and terrible visuals. Like this guy's photos here. The photos given to Galante looked to be edited or created from existing photos or models. They are strangely blurry, the background and shadows look wrong, and the features inconsistent. There is no indication besides the witness's word that they were taken in Tasmania. He did not give the exact location. The details are non-existent or conflicting. Galante noticed the photos were not originals. He asked for the original unedited photos, but there is no word that he got them. By the end of the interview, Galante assured Zach that he would contact authorities regarding this sighting. Galante and the photos are getting significant attention. Thanks to social media, more people than ever see these images and volunteer their opinion based on their hopes, not their zoological or technological experience. From the responses on Reddit and YouTube, there is a significant percentage of those who think these are genuine pics of a live thylacine. Some people think the photos are clearly hoax, and a third portion think these photos are fakes, but the thylacine is really still around. The proponents of a living thylacine have opinions based on little more than wishful thinking. I marvel at the many instances where when presented with the same visual evidence, for example, the Patterson-Gimlin Bigfoot film, some people will insist that the images of a cryptid are obviously fake, and others insist with similar enthusiasm they are totally legitimate and proof positive documentation. It can't be both. One party's opinion is entirely wrong. What's the best bet? For those making an extraordinary claim that something declared extinct and not seen for decades is still around, you must do better than grainy, awful visuals or I saw it stories. Regardless of the alleged sighting reports of creatures, whether it be a thylacine or a Bigfoot, there remains key pieces missing in the interpretation that would make the animal's reality plausible. We have no body parts, no DNA, no reliable sighting patterns, no item to test, or solid path to follow. If there is one animal, there must be many, yet we don't see corresponding evidence of that. People were able to track and kill thylacines to the point where so few remained that they could not survive. Why do we not see them now? How did so few remain for so long without discovery? Because they are truly gone and people aren't seeing or photographing thylacines. Update on the 19th. These photos and the story have now reached some mainstream news outlets like Newsweek and Coast to Coast AM, which means others will redistribute the story. Fortunately, at least for the Newsweek version, in this case, it's not a great source in most instances. The skepticism is high, and these are strongly suggested as being hoax. The most popular consensus by experts is that these photos have used a lifelike posable model thylacine designed by the artist known on social media as Achaeos. The timing of the release of the model is extremely suspicious. The model and the release of the Galante video is either coincidence or the fake story was done by Achaeos. But the match of the photos to the model is certain. Bob Metcalf, there's some comments down here. See, Bob Metcalf says, seems to be very similar to the almost extinct blob squatch. Llewellyn says that picture looks like a modified version of the pic Beth Wendell, who often used the Thylacine hashtag to provide thylacine related facts, used as an avatar pic for a long time. Yeah. That comments, that's a no, nothing burger, really. Yes, Biscuit says everything about this signals a hoax and not even a well done one. Yeah, I think that's the case. I think that's the case. Mr. Lee posted a video of the colorized footage of the last Tasmanian tiger. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Ocean says thylacine is in marsupial family. Convergent evolution allows it to be compared to canines. Yeah, but they're not closely related animals at all. It's more closely related to a possum than a dog. Fist says, like Canadian Eskimo dogs, a more land-raised husky breed, but rarer in the Mounties. In the 50s, rare as the Mounties in the 50s were, and annihilated most of them. Red Creek says, looks like Nona Boss. What? We're welcome to the chat, Red Creek. Icon says, dude probably took the pictures at a furry convention. You hear it? Good. Everybody can hear. Fist says, some of those thylacine pics look okay, then others look oddly fake. Yeah. I think it's possible they're still around, but not so many at the moment. Donald says, looks like it would have an underbite. Lava of Dogman's UK says, hey, Donalds and Red Boys, I was you guys. Okay, welcome, Lava of Dogman UK. Fist says some thylacines were exported also to other places. Jen says, hasn't there been reports of them a few years ago? I haven't really paid attention. Yeah, well, there's always been reports, but there's just nothing concrete so far. Zoos and private collectors. Yeah, we could only hope that some rich person somewhere has a private little pack of thylacines. And maybe they say, hey, I'll let you have some of them and put them back in the wild in Australia. Red Creek says, another one of the Puppy Boys troll accounts, I guess. Perhaps. Let them troll. Let them troll. Icon says, there have been a few new reports of thylacine sightings, but they were by people that actually sounded like bogans. Them dang old bogans. Puppy Boy, go away, says Donald. Mr. Lee says, at least he has underpants on. Yeah, at least he's got underpants on. Roger says, sounds like this guy is using a thylacine story to get rich. Very possibly. Well, Galante depends on stories about stuff like this, and he's got to make it sound possible. If he's really honest, like that Sharon website we were just, right, well, I still got it up right there, is that there are probably none left. Probably none left. And, if you tell people that, well, the mystery is it or is it not, there was a sighting, we're going to go look, maybe we'll find him, and of course I'm never going to find shit. But that whole cash cow goes away, right? That whole cash cow goes away. So, yeah. Mr. Lee says Willem Dafoe. Willem. Mr. Lee, spell his name right. It's not William. Willem Dafoe did do a movie where he was researching the Thylacine. Can't remember the name of it, but the movie was okay. The Hunter, that's the one. Yeah. So Fist knew the name. Fish says some of the chupacabra dogs some thought were thylacines also released years ago in the U.S. Just a theory. Yeah. Chupacabra, another thing that's probably total bullshit, or if it's anything, it's just stray dogs. Mangy ass, ugly, wild dogs that look like crap. And people saw it and they're like, oh my God, what's that? And it's just a freaking dog. It's just a freaking dog. Chill the hell out. Just like Dog Man, probably a lot of those sites are just a big dog or a bear. Something just normal. Volta BS says not much Red Creek working on making the Grand Theft Auto picks. Okay, and who sent me this? I think it was Donald. Who sent me this video? I mean, I think does everybody pretty much feel the same way that this is a hoax? This Thylacine thing is a hoax. It's bullshit. Once again. Who? Somebody sent me this video. I think it was Donald. Y'all recognize this person? Squatch Watchers. Yeah. Full video of Bigfoot juvenile group beating and bending tree, talking and tampering with trail camera. This is such a bullshit video, but let's look at it. Let's look at it.
Everyone, take full right with the Squatch Watchers here. Hey everyone, take full right with the Squatch Watchers here. We were sent an interesting video that's about 5 minutes long, and we thought it'd be worth your time to look at. It looks to be 4 forest creatures, wild, feral. Feral type, Bigfoot juvenile, if you will. But there looks to be about 3 or 4 in this camera shot, and it looks to be a trail camera that's just placed on a particular part of the wilderness and some old-looking concrete buildings of some sort. But as you watch the video, you'll see 2 or 3 of them just crawling around, walking around, talking, rustling through the leaves. You'll see 1 or 2 of them beat this skinny little tree to a pulp and bend it completely over like we see out in the wilderness on our investigations. And then also, there looks to be a suspected 4th one that's walking behind the trail camera. And
Fist says he's the one that sent me this. Okay, so dude's he's talking about this as if it's a fact. Like this video is just conclusive and shit. There is nothing conclusive about this video. It's pathetic. And like the trees moving and like looking at this tree, like somebody's tied off a string or a rope or something and they're yanking on this tree, and that's it. Like you can't see it. Maybe they use fishing line or something. You can't see it. And these damn things, I mean, this shit looks so damn fake, and it's not even good CGI or whatever. I don't know. And maybe there's some actual people in there in some kind of costume, but it looks like people. It looks like humans crawling around with, I don't know, black stuff all over them or something. It doesn't look like Bigfoot. They're crawling around on all fours. It's such bullshit. But let's look at
rolling
it.
And talking in some sort of language. Like I said, we thought this was very interesting footage. It is almost compelling footage for the community, and we thought we'd share it with y'all. And here it is. You let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll see you soon on some more investigations.
Donald says wasn't me. Yeah, all the videos they run together. I can't keep track of who sent what half the time. Yeah, what's this? So that these things, supposedly there's these things messing with this damn tree for some stupid reason, and then this whoever's filming this yells at them, I guess, and they just keep on and they keep on doing what they're doing. This is such a bullshit hoax video. Like the Thylacine hoax was 10 times better than this bullshit. I'm telling you. It's ridiculous. Posted on the gunmetal page. Mentioned it. Have a look. Yeah. Yep, that's where it was. Looks like Cubs. I mean, they seem to fade in and out of existence in places and jump and hide in places where there's nothing really to hide. It's just, it looks like it's some bad freaking CGI crap. Bear cubs or small chimpanzees. But some of them looks like humans crawling around. Nikki says, oh, that's old, a year or two. I think it's originally from Thailand. Yeah, a lot of people were commenting they thought it was from Southeast Asia somewhere. Some crap ass CGI. But this Squatch Watcher dude talking like it's legit. Especially says it's a person. Probably his kids doing or trying to make money of the videos. At what point did it cut out of the video when it cut me off? I don't know where. I mean, it's all just these things, these images. They're just fiddling around. Probably kids doing it, trying to make money for videos, says Raptor. Donald says, I'm looking at a very small screen, but it's Fooey. Yeah, it's Fooey. JoJo's off for the night. See you later, JoJo. Thanks for hanging out. Red Creek says, yeah, Donald, we are into the same kind of stuff when it comes to hot rod stuff. Have a good one. Yeah, have a good one, JoJo. Mr. Lee says, Nikki, I noticed Thailand seemed to make a lot of these kind of videos, fake videos. Yeah. Yeah, you remember the one where they were claiming it was a little person running down the road? Like, I'm not sure about that one. It looked awful. It looked kind of fake. Some fake-ass CGI stuff. Some nice rides. Took about a decade to get what I wanted to get, says Red Creek. I came back, Mr. Lee. Yep. Used to be a strict Mopar guy, says Red Creek. Used to know a guy who talked about Mopar, blah, 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 or whatever. I don't know what happened to him, but dude was kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts. Anyway, I didn't know nothing about no Mopar. I don't even know what that is. New Star Wars series coming. The Acolyte might be good. Yeah, but I'm not going to watch it though. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying in any streaming service. I'm not doing that. I don't want to reward Disney with watching anything anyway. I mean, I didn't watch The Mandalorian. I watched clips and stuff, and reviews of it and stuff, and that's about as much as they're going to get out of me. Disney must get on their knees and grovel like little bitches for what they did to Star Wars and everything else they've touched. And even then, I'm going to be like, no, screw you guys. I want you to go under. I want you to tank. I want you to go bankrupt. Get the hell out of the world. You're done. You messed up. You're done. Ford and Chevy for me, says Donald. R2D2's here. Welcome, R2D2. He's beeping at us. Indonesian for short person. Yep. Orang Pendek. $1 Million Roadrunner. That's pretty sharp. Lee says, Lockbeard, I will tell you all about it when I watch it. I'm sure you will. Mopar was Chrysler Dodge Performance Division. What, in trick driving on two wheels on one side. You talking about racing or something? Is this so? So it's something about making cars go fast and turn left? Turn left. Is this about turning left? Fist says Star Wars was a huge deal when we were kids in the 70s. Now the new ones all suck. Yeah, they completely destroyed Star Wars, man. The prequels, it's okay. They had a lot of flaws, but Star Wars fans were willing to put up with a lot of flaws. But now, man, we're over it. We're done. They've completely screwed the pooch. So, Mr. Lee says, I didn't know a roadrunner was a real bird till the other day. No lie, really? Yeah, they're a real bird. Yeah, country people see them on occasion. They do actually run on the road. But then they'll find a place to jump out into the grass when you're coming down the road towards them. So, but they are way smaller than a coyote, so the cartoon is not accurate. If a coyote could catch a roadrunner, it would be a waste of energy because it wouldn't provide much of a meal for the coyote. And but if he did catch it, that roadrunner would last about a half a second. He has no chance in hell, but he's so fast that it's no big deal. Performance parts, cars, stock racing. So is it where you put your stocks, your stock in Google and Ford, and you talking about Ford and Chrysler? So you got your stocks and you set them up, and stocks in Bud Light, maybe your Bud Light stocks, and Pepsi and Facebook, and you set them there and you make them race. So stock. Wait a minute. There's a car involved, and drag. They're in drag. Well, that makes sense if you got Bud Light stock sitting there. Holy shit. They're in drag. Icon says Mopar was a name given to the parts line of Dodge beginning in the 70s. Mr. Lee says Fists, and Mandalorian is fantastic, though. Talking about the cars. All I know about Mopars, I miss my Dodge still, says Jen. 56 Plymouth. In the 80s. See what? Give it a chance one day. Great cartoon. It was a great cartoon. Stock cars like NASCAR or the dirt track rock racing. I don't think Raptors catching making fun of it. I just don't. It's not something that interests me. I don't watch that kind of stuff. So, Voltbia says they are kind of goofy looking birds. They are. Fist is laughing. Timmy boy. Yes, they are. Well, R2-D2 showed up, Mr. Lee. Where's Chewbacca? Where's Chewbacca? But for that matter, where's Tom? Tom Cruise. I'm waiting for Tom Cruise to sue me. Tom Cruise wants to sue me all the time. He's all the time wanting to sue me. For some reason, I don't really know why he would want to sue me, though.
Now, I want you to look at this flag. You may have seen it before. Hell, you might even know what some of the colors mean. At bottom gun, you'll learn them all. Be under no illusion, gentlemen, we are on the front line of a culture war. You see your color on that flag, pilot?
Yes, sir.
And they tell me you're a bisexual. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
I like that in a pilot.
Thanks to the quartering for that nice little video. Donald, they got long tails, says Mr. Lee. Chewbacca's here. Oh, he talks pirate. In case anybody didn't ever make that connection, Chewbacca was in fact a pilot, so it makes sense for him to say "R." There's Tom Cruise. Says Lockbeard, I will sue you. You go get all your Scientology cult members and come on, bring it, Tom Cruise, bring it. Mr. Lee says, shut up, Tom. Friggin' hilarious, says Donald. Yeah. Bottom gun. At Bottom Gun, you will learn them all. You will learn them all. Yeah, the woke shit's over, man. The woke shit's over. Sorry to Jay Fritz out there. The woke shit's over, Jay Fritz. It's all over. Sorry, man. Sounds like you might be woke. I heard a rumor. A little birdie, possibly a roadrunner, told me that Jay might be woke. Yep, might be woke. Woke and broke. Yep. Happens to a lot of companies. They get hit hard. They lose a lot of money. Like Disney, they were sitting there congratulating. Well, we made some $1 billion movies. Yeah, those movies would have been $2 billion movies if you hadn't put your bullshit in them. I bet some of them they would have made a lot more money. But you could never, you never prove that to them until unless you can't turn back time and do it over again differently. But I guarantee you, like I've told you, some of them, because as I was watching the Marvel franchise, for example, and I'm imagining the future of the storyline. How this arc interacts with that arc, and where are they going with this particular story, and then when it got up to the end, it's like because they use all these different writers and different directors got different ideas in their head, and then the people at the top are all saying put some woke in it, or as Cartman put it, put a chick in it, make it lame and gay. And then they fucked it all up. And so there were story arcs there were great possible story arcs that they could have explored, and they didn't. They screwed up the whole damn thing. The wrong person picked up the hammer at the end. I'm not saying Captain America isn't worthy to pick up the hammer. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the wrong person. It didn't make any sense. The story that I wrote in my head for the future movie, and again, I had several different movies in mind for where this could go. And like the Ronin storyline, they just skipped right over that. They skipped right over the Ronin thing. No, you shouldn't skip over the Ronin thing. And it's kind of an important thing where he goes off and his daughter stays at Avengers headquarters while he's off. Where he's off, losing his goddamn shit, kind of, but instead they made his entire family, they dusted his entire family. And I wouldn't have done that. I would have kept his daughter, who would begin her journey as an Avenger herself, as a teenager. Man, there was so much shit. There needed to be a Hulk and Natasha kind of thing going on. And I think I talked to y'all about how my idea was that they were going together to bring Hawkeye back, to get, when he, as part of the whole Ronin thing. That would be a movie. And there would be several ones, because as this goes on, it gets harder and harder, like, because you may be asking the question in some of these movies, okay, where's the rest of the Avengers while Spider-Man's off dealing with this bullshit over here all by himself, and you got to have a reason for that. And a lot of times they don't really, give a really realistic explanation for that bullshit. But Red Creek Mafia says he did say something about Donald Trump the other night on my podcast in the comments, dogging him a little bit. I hope he's not woke. Who, Jay Fritz? Yeah, apparently Jay Fritz likes Joe Biden, and so, you know, whatever. Some of the old Democrats will never learn. You know, they'll never learn. They're so completely brainwashed. They actually believe they're right. And there's conservatives that are like that too. They actually believe they're right about certain things that I think that they are wrong about. And I've kind of ranted on some of it a little bit because I'm like, this is fucking no. You know, because a lot of conservatives, well, using the term loosely, have it in their head that this is a Christian nation. It's not a Christian nation. The majority of the people in this nation are Christian, but it's not a Christian nation. And they start talking some rhetoric that is scary to someone like me. It sounds like, you know, they're trying to ease things down the road of trying to make this into a theocracy. You know, that's what Christian nation would mean, right? It'd be a theocracy. But, you know, theocracies are always bad because what happens is the religion in control tries to impose its beliefs on everybody else. And eventually they just start killing people for being infidels, for being heretics, for you know, calling them pagans. You end up with an inquisition. You end up with a holy war. You end up with witch trials every single time. And Christians can deny this all they want, but the facts are in the history. They killed many, many people. And so you never, ever, ever want a theocracy. We can live side by side, and it's all cool. But once any religious group gets in control, they try to kill people every damn time. So, yeah. And so there's a lot of conservatives, they want that. And I'm like, guys, it's getting scary. No. It says specifically in the Constitution where this nation is when it comes to religion. Congress shall make no law. You have freedom of religion. This is not a Christian nation. Just the majority of people in it are. A lot of activity out here right now. People going to the liquor store. What's with all these peoples? Anyway, so of course a lot of people hear you say that and they're like, you're fucking Satanist, screw you. I don't know what to tell you. I'm perfectly happy to live in a nation with people of all types of religions as long as they're able to live under this system of liberty where you get to be a Christian and he gets to be a Muslim and he gets to be a Buddhist and he gets to be a freaking witch, you know. And nobody does anything to impose their religious beliefs on others. Because that's against the law. It's unconstitutional. You can't do it. But when you're chanting this whole thing, you know, this is a Christian nation, blah, 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 you're trying to get a crowd built up. You're trying to get a cult following. You know, you're getting people chanting this, and they chant it enough until they start, you know, making laws that violate the Constitution and just letting it slide. You know, or you get a leader that just does whatever the fuck he wants. You know, Joe Biden's an example right now, not for that reason, but, you know, blatantly violating the immigration laws of this nation because he wants to do something different. He doesn't have the right to do it. He doesn't have the power to do that, but he's doing it anyway. People that get in power almost always will use that power for bad things. They will misuse it. So, Volta or Donald says he thinks Biden's performance as president was better than Trump. Biden, he hasn't performed at all. He's just been puppeted. This says bobcats are breeding here at the moment. One killed the next door guy's cat and beat the shit out of another, but the one who survived is a Maine Coon, big fucker, but still no match for these bobcats. Yeah, on the alert. But still have to watch out. I'm going to try and get some vids again this year. Awesome. Raptor says to Donald, I can't believe Jay's saying all this stuff. All this, that's not really like him. Well, I mean, I never really considered much about what his politics were until someone told me the other day. Apparently, he's a Democrat. And the only way you could possibly think Biden is doing better than Trump did is, I mean, to be completely brainwashed by CNN and MSNBC and all that. Just brainwashed. You know, there's no hope. You know, like he's too old. Like it's better to just let him live out his days like he is and call it good. Like it's pointless to try and convince him. Now, a lot of Democrats have been convinced. Donald Trump's rally in New York is proving that crowd was majority non-white, right? The Democrats believed that they owned the black vote. They owned the black people. That's what the Democrats felt like. Not anymore. Not anymore. A lot of them are waking up to the fact that the Democrats are actually their biggest enemy. They have been using black people for decades. And, you know, it's funny, Brian Craig was pointing out, you know, when they were taking down like Confederate statues and stuff like that, that he feels like they're trying to, you know, they don't want people looking at that kind of stuff, because if they're there and they get to thinking about too much, you know, maybe they look up some of these people, they find out that all of the people that were cool with slavery were pretty much all Democrats. You know, they were the ones that did all the racist crap in the past, you know, as far as that goes. It wasn't a Republican thing, really. It was Democrats. And so, you know, you get rid of the statues so people forget the history, and they'll believe it, and hopefully keep them believing that Democrats are the ones working for all the poor black people that are oppressed by these insane conservatives. No, it was Democrats that did that back then, and it's Democrats that continue to do it now in a different form. You know, they're the ones that are doing all this divide and conquer nonsense, getting people to fight over race. So pandering. If you pander to me, it's offensive to me. It's like, oh, you think that just because you pander to me that I'm suddenly going to be cool with you? No, get the hell out of here. And so anyway, they managed to lose so much of the black vote. It's nuts. It's nuts. I'm starting to think maybe New York flips. I hope it does. That would be fucking hilarious. And all you Republicans up there that don't vote because you don't believe it matters anyway, because it always goes Democrat, I think there's a real good chance that you're going to flip that state. So get out there and help it. Go out and vote. If you're a Republican that doesn't normally vote, get your ass out there and vote. Get some people registered. Make it happen, because the Democrats are going to cheat as hard as they can again, and you need to fight back. If you don't fight back, you're letting them have it. So Don't let them have New York. I think you can. I think we can flip New York. So yeah. Mr. Lisa's liquor store makes me laugh every time someone says that. Yeah, there's a liquor store right there. Right there. Across the. Well, there's some parking lot, and then there's a street, and it's on the other side of the street there. But I don't know. This guy pulled up here in the truck a minute ago and like walked all the way over there. I'm like, why don't you? There's parking space over there. Why don't you go park at the liquor store? It's kind of weird. What he's up. That dude with the freaking sign's gone. Finally, he stood there for a long time. Right until I said that this is not a Christian nation. Oh man, Michelle says lots of peeps like to keep their politics a secret. Yeah. And that may not be the best thing. People need to talk about shit and work some bullshit out. And then also people who, they say, I don't care about politics, but politics cares about you, right? If you don't get involved, or at least you take some kind of interest in what the government is doing, the government will come and take your liberty. And a lot of people are starting to see that now. Like they didn't care about politics, blah, blah, blah. But suddenly, they're starting to realize, like, holy shit, if we don't keep these guys reined in the government, they'll fuck up my life, like this whole fake pandemic they did. Absolutely fake. There wasn't one. There, you look out in the streets, you didn't see people dying in the street, and there wasn't a dude with a little cart coming through saying, bring out your dead. I mean, that's a little antiquated vision of it, but basically you would see people dropping dead in the street. There wasn't anybody. Right? Didn't happen. I mean, they lie. Like, people are watching the TV too much instead of just turn off the TV, go outside, and look the hell around. And you would have seen it was just normal. Everything was normal, other than some people were freaking out because they thought there was a pandemic on because the TV told them. The TV's full of shit. The media, including. And that's not just CNN and MSNBC. It's also Fox News. See, Fox News has their role to play, too, in the divide and conquer technique that they're using on America. They keep Republicans and Democrats hating each other. Meanwhile, the ones at the top, Democrats and Republicans, they're over here having a dinner together. They're perfectly fine with each other. They just act like they hate each other on camera. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So you can't trust them. Most of them, anyway. There might be a few that are legit, but Ron Paul is an example. He was totally legit, dude. Totally legit. And that's why, that's why they weren't going to let him get the nomination in 2008 and 2012, and they should have. He would have defeated Obama, and they knew it. But the Democrat and Republican leadership together, their job was to make sure Obama got elected. The Democrat and Republican leadership, their job together, both parties as one party, really, their job was to make sure Obama got elected. So when those delegates, those Ron Paul delegates arrived, they say, oh, we're not going to count those, basically. They totally just said, oh, there's Lockbeard's vote? Nah, fuck that guy. And a whole bunch of other people. They just said no. And it was local stuff, too. Locally, like when people were coming in and the vote was happening, they would do the, and they would ignore the Ron Paul people that were voting Ron Paul. There was election fraud all over the place in the Republican Party 2008 and 2012. Like, both parties are corrupt. Both parties are corrupt. So we got to get out of it. It's too bad Ron Paul's really too old to do this shit anymore. And we really needed Ron Paul. But the media All the media was telling people, oh, Ron Paul's not viable. That was bullshit. It was a lie. But see, even going back to 2008, people listened to that stupid TV too damn much. And they sit there and they get programmed. Your regularly scheduled programming, they're programming you. They're brainwashing you. When they mention that, when they say Ron Paul's not viable over and over and over again, it gets in your head and you let it. I heard those words all those times, but I didn't let it brainwash me. I knew better. And everyone else should have too, but people, aren't paying attention. And a lot of people, like the different factions of the Republican Party wanted their particular candidates and all that shit. I mean, I've been over this shit before. It was ridiculous. The Republican voters were responsible for handing the election to Obama in 2008 and 2012. You guys did it. It wasn't the Democrats. Democrats didn't didn't vote for your bad candidates. You did. Donald says, right after we got in a conversation on Trump and Biden, he said Biden did better. Yeah. Jay is brain dead from all them Sonic shakes. Red Creek Research says, I really do like Jay Fritz. I think he's a cool guy. I'm just not going to talk politics with him. Yeah, probably best. Probably best. Let the old man write it out as a brainwashed Democrat if he wants to. But I have no problem saying brainwash. If you think Biden's doing good at all, you are brainwashed or you're just as brain dead as Biden is. Angel says, I vote every election. Awesome. Raptor says that Volta BS. I didn't know that. Wow, people who like who they like, you can't change that. Hey, what's up? Give me a minute. I'm just saying. Oh man. All right. Can y'all hear me? Gotta be in the win it. In it to win it. There's enough Discord. What? There's enough Discord with Bigfoot and other beliefs. Let's not pick on one another for political views. Oh hell, I gotta. Oh shit, my battery power is gone. Jay's good people. Yeah, he's good people. He's showing his knob to the lot lizard. Nah, someone I know pulled up. Girl, no, no, Mr. Lee. MSN, yeah. What am I watching? Says Emma and Chris. Someone pulled up that I know and wanted to chat. So, sorry about that, y'all. I really needed to try and cut the stream off, but no, no way. Let's go, Lock, says everyone. Mr. Lee says he's going to be all embarrassed when he comes back on. I bet. No embarrassed. Timbo says now I have to stay until he comes back and hear his explanation. Explain this shit. And just somebody I knew pulled up, I think she's getting the goo. What the hell? Can you guys see me still sitting here? I wasn't getting no. I don't even know what that means. Come on, man, you're fogging up the camera. Holy shit, blacking out the camera. Man, you guys took a whole crazy. He went on a whole journey up in this bitch. Look at this natural habit. It's a Lockbeard in its natural habitat as a private creature. What in the hell? If the van is rocking, don't come a knocking. Oh my gosh! Don't rock the van. It's dowsing rod. Holy shit! This is what happens when I leave you unsupervised, isn't it? I gotta plug in the battery, or else this damn thing's gonna go cut off on us in the middle of the damn stream. Hold on a second. It is too damn hot out here. What do I get for $10? Says Brian Chewy. What the hell? Raptor says, I told you, girl, this how you get the cash and then bring it to me. Don't do it when I'm on a live stream. Just wait a little bit. You guys took a whole damn journey up in this bitch, didn't you? I'm back home. Lockbeard got himself some loving. Man. Give it all your loving, all your hugs and kisses, too. How far behind am I in the chat? Just a few minutes. Jesus Christ. His battery power is gone. Yeah. On my laptop, Mr. Lee. On my laptop. Lost all his juice. What in the hell? She wore him out. Test. My chat was fucked up. What? Icon says, damn right. I don't know what you're saying damn right about, but anyway, so for all the people watching the replay, I don't know what I should apologize for stepping out for a couple minutes to talk to someone that pulled up that knows me, or for the behavior of all these guys in the in the chat replay. If you're watching this or you're not reading the chat replay, you need to watch the chat replay for this, because these guys took their own little trip. Oh my gosh. All right. Need to probably cut her out. And go find me some food and all that stuff. So everybody take it easy, because this damn battery is, the computer's running so hard it's not charging, so I gotta go plug into a real outlet. The battery's not working, damn it. So this might cut out. The computer might cut off before the outro is done playing. So anyway, let me make sure I got. See, Jen says Now you know what happens if you leave everybody unsupervised on a Friday night. Yeah, seriously. That made my day, says Mr. Lee. Night, everyone, says Volta BS. Donald Fist says TC. Mr. Lee says Lockbeard, don't be thinking about getting no hosts now. No, getting no what? No host? I don't know what you mean. Roger says, oh, girl is taking him out to eat. No, I'm taking my own ass down to Mickey D's, probably in charge up because the library's closed. Angel says night all. Yep, he's off for his handy. No handy. No handy. Oh my gosh, you guys are out of control. All right. Thanks for hanging out. See you guys probably next week sometime. Definitely next week sometime. Take it easy.